This is the Working Man's Blueprint, where I discuss mental health, physical health, financial health, spiritual health. Right now, I want to talk about how the best way to obtain a CDL. Now, I have obtained a CDL. I've had mine for 7 years, and I think the way I got mine is the best way to go about it. Okay, so a little bit of backstory. I went through a place called Driver Solutions and ended up signing a contract with Pam Transportation. Well, the school they sent me to was off of Lamar, and I had a real bad experience. Like, just a long story short, the driver instructor actually punched one of the students. Yeah, so I had to get out of there, and it was just a bad situation. So I had my permit at that time, but I had dropped out of school. And my friend was working at Schneider, and he was like, they have a program. And I'm not affiliated with Schneider. I don't work for them anymore. This is not a paid partnership of any kind. It's just I went to Schneider to get my CDL. And the reason why I suggest them is because they didn't teach me how to just bag into a parking spot. They really taught me how to be an actual truck driver to the best of my abilities, and taught me more things about the actual trucking industry. So that's why every time somebody asks me, how do I obtain my CDL, I tell them, go get your permit first, then go to Schneider, and they have a CDL apprenticeship where they actually pay you while you're going to class. It took me, I did mine in Dallas, Texas, which I don't think they're doing it down there anymore. I think it's just in West Memphis, Arkansas. But when I was down in Dallas, it was a 2-week course. If you passed the 2 weeks, then you went on the road for 2 weeks. And then you went to take your CDL test for a week. So I went down to Dallas. I failed the 2 weeks. And for some reason, it was me and a couple from Iowa. And for some reason, the guy over the program down there in Dallas gave us another week. And after that week, we ended up passing. I went on the road for 2 weeks with the trainer, showing me how to drive, showed me how to be kind of like the pitfalls and how to weigh your truck and slide your tandems and back. It's just everything that you really, the groundwork of being a truck driver. That's what those 5 weeks taught me, and the instruction was centered on being a truck driver and not getting your CDL. So once I passed that, went to Indianapolis, and that's when I did everything for my CDL prep and ended up passing. And they paid me for the entire 5 weeks that I was in training. They put me in a hotel, they paid for my food, and they gave me, I think, like $500 a week, which it was like 2019, so time was a little different, but it was an excellent experience with them. Now, however, you didn't have to sign a contract, and I only stayed with them for 3 months because I was on the dollar contract, which when I first got my CDL, I ended up going to South Boston in Virginia. I worked up there for like 3 weeks. I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to be in Memphis, but I worked up there for 3 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks, and I came back home in Memphis and ran out of West Memphis, Arkansas, in the Family Dollar Distribution Center. And if you know anything about the Family Dollar Distribution Center, what happened, they got a $42 million lawsuit. So the reason why I left Schneider is because of that Family Dollar DC, and I didn't get any of the money from that. It would have been really great if I did, but it was bad. I mean, I guess I'll talk about that a little bit later, but I just want to do a real quick video on, in my opinion, the best way to go get a CDL, because from the feedback I've been hearing about places like Roadmaster and here in Tennessee, the courses at the community colleges, the downside to that is they don't show you how to be a truck driver. They're just doing CDL prep. Like, you don't get to talk to any other active drivers coming through the terminal. You're not getting to see how the guys relax, how they maneuver on their 34-hour break. You're just not getting the full experience of hands-on drivers going through their daily day-to-day and seeing it at the terminal. So that's why I say that Schneider has the best program out there. Because I don't know any of them that pay you to get a CDL. All of them want you to pay $13,000 or $7,000 or whatever, some outrageous amount to show you how to back into a park spot, which doesn't make any sense to me. But the way that Schneider had their program set up, 4 hours was in the classroom, the other 4 hours on the pad, and they'll take you through obstacle courses. It was just a real good experience that when I actually got on the road by myself, I was more prepared than a lot of other drivers. So again, if you're looking to get your CDL, if you're looking to get out your financial situation, which that's not gonna, if you mismanage your money as a truck driver, it's not gonna help. Making more money is not gonna help the situation. Ask me how I know. I'll talk about that a little later as well. But like I said, I just wanted to kind of throw this video out there because I do hear that like maybe 4 or 5 times a year somebody asks me how I get a CDL. And the easiest way, the best way to do it, and to me, that's it. If you can make the sacrifice to go to West Memphis, get a CDL from Schneider. Like I said, it's not a paid partnership. They didn't pay me to say this. And I enjoyed my experience even though I couldn't stay with them for the long term. But all right, y'all, until next time.